Greetings guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well and I hope that you are fighting, because there is a lot to be fighting for. As usual, there will be a link in the description to the page of my website with a bunch of petitions, donations, emails to send to MPs, etc, etc. Now, in today's video, I am going back to something that has been requested to me quite a bit recently, and that is going back over r/pointlessly gendered, which is just a place where a lot of people post a lot of pointlessly gendered things. Like, why do things have to be gendered? Who knows? Slightly ridiculous, very, very funny. So today we're going to be looking over that, we're going to be talking about that, we're going to be having a little bit of a laugh. But before we get into that, I would like to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Surfshark. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to change your location to almost anywhere in the world. This is a really incredible thing for a number of reasons. Not only does it protect all your information by encrypting your data, but it also allows you to access content that you wouldn't normally be able to access in your region. So if you wanted to watch something on Netflix that isn't available in your country, you can just turn on Surfshark, change your location to wherever it is available, and there you go. Happy watching. And as far as protecting all your information, it adds a wall that is like really hard to penetrate. So when you are on public Wi-Fi, which is often quite insecure, it stops hackers from being able to get in and steal your information. And it also stops your internet providers from tracking everything you're doing, because Surfshark does not track or store any of your data. So it's a really cool, worry-free way to use the internet to do what you want while also consuming the content that you want to consume. And another really cool thing about it is that you are able to use it on one account on an unlimited amount of devices at any given time. So you could be using 4 devices at the same time, all using Surfshark, if you so choose. So if this sounds good to you, which it should, it's an incredible thing, then you can use my code QueerKiwi for 83% off, as well as your first 3 months completely free. Thank you so much, Surfshark, for sponsoring this video, and let's get into it. Detangling hairbrush for pretty girl, $39.99. Detangling hairbrush for brave boy, $14. So this is the exact same product, but in 2 different colors. Right? That's the only difference, is the 2 different colors. So tell me why the one for girls is 280% more expensive. 280% more expensive. That is a phenomenal inflation of price. That is a phenomenal difference. And for what? The color purple? Does anyone buy the purple one? That's what I want to know. Are there like misogynistic like parents who go in and are like, I have to buy that one for my daughter, otherwise what? I don't know. I can't figure it out, but it's very, very funny. Surely there is not a large market for that. I also really like that the girls one is for pretty girls and the boys one is for brave boys, because it's reinforcing the idea that we all get taught from a really young age, right? That boys are known for their like strength and who they are as people and their personality and like their intelligence, whereas girls are just known for being pretty and delicate and beautiful. Their worth relies solely on their appearance. And I understand that it's hairbrushes, so I wouldn't normally have a big issue with it, except for the fact that it says brave boys. At least give them the same sort of theme, you know? If they're the same theme, wouldn't have a huge issue, but they aren't, so I'm upset. Cloudcade. Once you select your gender, you will not be able to change it. Choose wisely. Please select what gender you are. Please note, each gender has different giveaways. Female member gets exclusive access to makeup, jewelry, and other giveaways for women. Male member get the exclusive giveaways, men's stuff, other giveaways for men. So not only do you have to pick a gender and then stick with it forever, but they've separated prizes. Women can only win like beauty products and feminine things, and then men get everything else. The funniest thing about this, the best part about this, is that they have a Pride profile picture. They changed their logo for Pride Month and then go and pull this. And I think that is very, very funny. And that is the best way to know that it is entirely performative activism at its absolute finest. And this is why there is the whole thing of like, companies, don't change your logo to rainbow unless you're actual allies and you aren't like, you know, contributing to like homophobia, transphobia, etc. for the rest of the year. Not cool. Don't do that. GOP senator says roads and bridges are a woman's problem because women do the shopping. Someone make this make sense. I do not understand this at all because I thought in the gendered world, men were the ones who liked cars and driving. Men are the ones who drive, right? So like women do the shopping, but only when men drive them there. Is that not how this works? Are men not the ones talking about driving in cars all the time? Surely roads would be important for that, right? And bridges? What have bridges got to do with shopping? What does any of that have to do with shopping? Are we only using roads and bridges to go shopping? You know there are other places to go, right? But why? What are you talking about, sir? Women aren't the only ones driving. Women also aren't the only ones shopping. Men also need to shop. And also, what? What? I cannot make sense of this. This is one of the stupidest things I have ever read. This is the stupidest way I've seen people trying to blame women for something. Guys, pizza slice. Girls, pizza slice with arms. Yes, because only women have arms. This is a very little known fact. I think it's something that men like to hide from us. Their arms are actually detachable entirely. Like, you know, you see like really buff men. That's not because they've like worked out or anything. No. They just bought like buff arms from the men's arms shop and they just like attach those. That's what they choose to do. Yeah, men don't actually have arms. I only learned this recently as well. This is something that I learned a few months ago when I received a message from one Hanji-sung who told me that his arms, he attached some like buff arms one day. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that that's what men did. And now I do. And now you all know too. Men don't have arms. Go to the gendered bathrooms and replace the signs with two random things, like a fish and a sandal, and watch as people puzzle out which one is manlier. It's not vandalism if it's an art project. And if you write down the results and properly format the paper, it even counts as science. You know what? I really would like to see people do this. Like that last one, if they didn't label it guys and girls, what do you think would have happened? Who do you think would have gone into which bathroom? The way that they gender bathrooms is so ridiculous. It's so funny. Sometimes it just makes absolutely no sense. Great if it's like gender neutral bathrooms and you use like random pictures. Cool, go off, do what you want. But who's deciding what's fitting for each gender? Like, it's so ridiculous. And this would be very funny. Has anyone done this? Can someone do this? I really want to see. Like, I don't know, a hand and a foot. Who goes in where? What would they do? What do you think would happen? And at the door, there's like a questionnaire like you get when you're signing up for a website. It's like, what gender are you? Male, female, other. And then you just like tally it up like that. I think it would be quite interesting. And I would like to see the like homophobes, transphobes, misogynists, etc. stand there and explode because they don't want to pick the wrong thing. And I think it would be very, very funny. Can someone please tell me how maths for boys is different to maths for girls? I googled this because I was really, really confused. I was like, what? Is it going to be like the word problems inside being different? Like one's about this girl going shopping and one's about this boy like playing football, which I thought would be terrible, but also so funny that someone felt the need to make that. It's not. It's literally just the cover. Everything on the inside is exactly the same. The covers are different. So one's pink with a girl on it and one's blue with a boy on it. But it says girls edition and boys edition. So like, I saw people in the like reviews being like, stop claiming it's gendered. My girl just likes pink, so I got her a pink maths book. That's all well and good. They didn't have to write girls edition or boys edition. They could have just had a pink book and a blue book. They didn't have to gender it. The gendering is unnecessary. The colors, fine, do what you want. But like boys can have a pink book and girls can have a blue book. It literally doesn't matter. Print pink and blue without saying a gender on it and maybe put a boy and a girl on each book or do 50-50. Have some pink books with boys on it and some blue books with girls on it so that people can feel included no matter what their gender, no matter what their favorite color, etc. You didn't have to write a gender on the... You didn't have to do that. That's literally the stupidest thing I've ever seen. That's so stupid. What was the point? Moms and dads, we do things differently. TV, used to distract kids in order to get things done. Used to relax with kids and laugh at Phineas and Ferb. Meals, eat 2 more bites of vegetables. Eat 2 more bites of meat. snuggles end with mom in tears because they grow up so fast, or with them being pushed off her lap because enough already, ends with recliner tipped over and everyone laughing in a pile on the floor. Bedtime, books, prayers, hugs, and kisses. Wrestling match followed by an episode of Gator Boys because nothing says sweet dreams like alligator trapping. Middle of the night, with mom, always mom. Dad snores through it all. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. And it's so ridiculous. And like, what is it with stuff like this? It happens all the time, right? Where like hetero relationships like this, like all the people we talk about in our other videos, are like very much like I hate my wife thing. I'm better than my wife. My wife lives to like serve me and nag me, etc. It's like a real problem of like that this is what is expected for like mothers to be the bad guy because fathers can't be responsible. And like it's the whole idea of like dad's always the fun one. They don't want to discipline their child. And it's unfair to literally everyone. Helping to contribute to a relationship between your children and their mother and like making that feel negative so that you can feel better about yourself is a really shitty thing to do. You and your partner should both talk about your parenting styles and discipline, and you should both do that together. It shouldn't be one parent is the bad guy and one parent is the good guy, because that makes the parent who is the bad guy feel really terrible and awful because they also want to have fun with their kids and they also want to enjoy that, but they also have to look after them. As a father, you should also be looking after your children and disciplining them. Like, you shouldn't just be like, oh, your mom will tell you off. Your mom will make you do all this stuff. I'm just here for you to have fun. Hate your mother, but love me. It's a really shitty thing to do. It's a really shitty thing to do. And I see it a lot. There's a lot of these jokes. And I do think, unfortunately, it does happen a lot. Which is just really unfortunate. I don't know. That's just me. I understand as well. Like, parents separate and things as well, which is like very, very normal. A lot of parents separate. And then obviously you're going to raise them differently because you're in like different environments. Sometimes parenting styles lead to separation or divorce. But then if you're looking after your child at your own house, you have to continue up the discipline. You still need that like conversation and understanding how you want to like look after your children, and the fact that you both have to actually look after your children and not just let them, I don't know. I don't know anything about parenting. All I know is that it should be fair, and it's unfair to put all the weight on the mother or on the father or whatever. It's unfair to put all the weight on one parent. Try to be equal. Yeah? Okay. Everyone should be like having fun and also not having fun at the same time is what I'm trying to say. So those are all the posts that I have for you today. I hope that you've enjoyed the video. I hope that you've enjoyed talking about pointlessly gendered things. It's always so freaking ridiculous and stupid, but it is very, very funny. Very unfortunate that we still pointlessly gender things. It's like, it's why? Why? There is no point, but that's why it's called pointlessly gendered. A massive thank you to my Kiwi Fruit and Kiwi Bird channel members whose names are up on the screen right now. And a massive thank you to my channel member of the day, Brooke. I love and appreciate you so, so much. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like to become a channel member, you can click the top link in the description or the little blue join button. You get my videos a day early, as well as 10% off my shop when I have things on my shop. And as a Kiwi Bird member, you sometimes get little extra videos that don't make it into the main video. So yeah, thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, The Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, That Queer Kiwi. Like and subscribe. I always forget to ask that, but I am asking you now. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.